Tonight's Royal Variety performance, though I think it's not being broadcast tonight, which is a shame. There was a time when it was broadcast live, is steeped in tradition, glamour, charity, of course. But this year carries a poignant note because the Queen Camilla will be absent. Her Buckingham Palace confirmed her withdrawal because of lingering symptoms of a recent chest infection. I know how she feels, with doctors recommending rest after a demanding week of engagements. This includes her honorary doctorate for advancing literacy and the diplomatic corps reception alongside King Charles. His Majesty will represent the royal family solo, though, this evening. The Royal Variety performance, established in 1912, remains a beacon of British entertainment. Originally, it was a fundraiser for what is now the Royal Variety Charity. Its enduring mission supports retired entertainers through the Brinsworth House Care Home in Twickenham. And over the decades, the event has featured iconic performances such as the Beatles in 1963, with John Lennon's quip, "Rattle your jewellery," adding to the charm of the occasion. It's the Royal Variety Charity was established in 1908 as the VABF and has undergone several transformations to broaden its support within the entertainment sector. In 1974, it was renamed the Entertainment Artists Benevolent Fund, and in 2015 it adopted its current title. The charity operates the house in Brinsworth, providing residential and nursing care for retired entertainers. Indeed, a friend of mine is going to go to live there. The first performance back in 1912 took place in London's Palace Theatre, and the event aimed to raise funds, but it also strikingly cut Mary Lloyd, and partly because she had led the first variety artists Federation strike, and together they closed down many of the theatres. I think it was in 1911, so it was very close, and it was very important because managers were taking advantage, particularly of the less well-known artistes who were filling in the gaps in the programme, and they weren't being paid enough to even get from place to place. It was really the beginning of the trades union movement, and was one of the first significant strikes. And what I find so sad is that when it was incorporated into the Actors Union Equity, the Actors Union Equity acts like a sort of gatekeeper for the industry. And the Variety Artists Federation was very specific that anybody who was appearing on a professional stage and therefore commanding a fee and expecting the audience to pay a fee deserved proper representation. Whereas Equity believes that anybody who they judge to be professional deserves proper representation. We had a big fight. I am a member of Equity, but we had a big fight. And I remember writing letters to the current General Secretary or something. He sounds like somebody who's going to lead the Soviet Union, but the General Secretary, I think Fleming. And in the end, he just told me there's no point in sending any more letters because I'm not. We've said all we need to say. And I thought, yeah, you probably have, but he's wrong. And in this particular case, he doesn't believe that reality TV performers should be represented by a union because it's not performance to play yourself. That's not true, of course. And there are many artists and entertainers who actually do perform as themselves night after night, and they should be properly represented. The representation this year's lineup exemplifies the eclectic appeal, including Elton John, Sophie Ellis-Bextor, Britain's Got Talent winner Sydney Christmas, and the West End cast of The Devil Wears Prada, hosted by Alan Carr, Amanda Holden, The evening promises its usual mix of comedy, music, theatrical flair. I hope there's at least one scene from Hello Dolly, but Hello Dolly has now closed, and Imelda Staunton has put up her tap shoes, and I have no idea whether that will demonstrate, celebrate the vibrancy of British arts, or indeed Kiss Me Kate. But Kiss Me Kate, I know, has been filmed and will be either gracing cinemas or churned out on Sky Arts or something in time. Camilla's absence also highlights her recent challenges, including the loss of her terrier Beth, but her presence at the literary and diplomatic events earlier this week suggested that she was making a recovery despite the health setbacks. And the Queen's illness is a reminder of the demanding nature of royal duties, as well as the importance of balancing public service with personal well-being. The Royal Variety performance remains a cultural cornerstone and a reminder of Britain's appreciation for its artists and the rich tapestry they weave into the nation's identity. While tonight's absence will be felt, the event itself is a testimony to the resilience of this tradition and of the arts.